Hey guys, Eric and Julia here, back with Journey with Eric and Julia. We're gonna be doing some more travel talk. We know a lot of you guys have spring break trips coming up, just like we do. And we were just talking about a lot of you, like us, are going to be planning trips with the kids or without the kids. And just a few things we thought we'd throw out at you.
Yeah, just to give you ideas.
Yeah,
whatever plans
if you're brainstorming like we have been recently, trying to figure out what to do with the kids on spring break.
Yeah.
A few things if you live in Texas like we do. You got Natural Bridge Caverns down in San Antonio.
Yeah.
We took the kids there in December. Was it December?
Yeah, in December they had a lot of activities for them to do. They were pretty busy. That's like an all-day kind of thing.
Yeah, and they got SeaWorld down there. That's another all-day activity. They've got the Alamo and the Riverwalk. Six Flags down there.
Texas.
Fiesta, Texas. Yeah, they don't call it Six Flags down there. It's Six Flags up here.
It's the same, but yeah.
But same company, but different name. So they got Fiesta, Texas down there, and SeaWorld. And as far as if you're gonna do something not so local, we've went to Orange Beach, to a really good resort before.
That was really nice.
So they've got some good resorts in Orange Beach. Or if you wanted to drive a little further, it's not too much further, you can head on over to Florida and go to Destin.
And Destin has the best beaches,
beautiful beaches, white sand.
Water. So that one's really...
Yeah, you can go get you a VRBO. And, just make sure you do your homework wherever you're going to stay. We've stayed there a couple times and we had a good VRBO both times.
Yeah, and then I think when we stayed at the Hilton and comparing them, I think the VRBO was much better than staying at the Hilton.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the Hilton, it had a separate area in the room, like bunk beds for the kids.
It just made it convenient to have a kitchen.
The Hilton did have an indoor pool, and since the weather kind of spoiled our plans when it turned cold, when we're supposed to be down there in Florida, and really. Having the indoor pool was nice, so we had to find a lot of activities. We took the kids go-kart riding and took them to go someplace to go see alligators.
Alligator museum,
yeah, where they could go see live alligators and feed the alligators. So we kind of had to get creative because of the weather when we were down there. But like she said, the VRBO, we had, the kitchen, which was nice, and a full-size refrigerator, so you could go and get some groceries and save a little bit of money. You could get breakfast in the VRBO hotel room, as opposed to the Hilton, hotel that we stayed at. Every meal you had to go either eat out or whatnot. So
something in there.
And
other places was like Cancun,
Tulum,
where we
Tulum. We did a video series on Tulum. That's where we went last year. To Mexico. A lot of people go to Cancun. Now Cancun has a reputation for being more for the younger crowd, but just the main thing is just do your research before you go to any of the resorts, because like her and I were saying, if you're going without the kids and you're trying to have a good trip without the kids and trying to get away from the kids, have a nice getaway without the kids. Yeah, you don't want to go to a resort and have kids running all over the place. Or if you're trying to have a family-friendly trip, you want to make sure that your resort has plenty of activities for the kids. So just do your research before you go. Like she said, the video series we did on our Tulum, I'll put a link to all the videos that might help you with your spring break plans. Another one that I forgot to mention for Texas is Galveston. We did a couple videos on Galveston when we had stayed in a condo down there, and it was like right off the beach. It was really nice. And depending on where you're at, Galveston is not far. Depending on where if you're in the DFW area or Houston area. And I'll put links in the description below. So make sure you check that for all those past videos, you know, on Tulum and everything.
Yeah. I think the other tips that we were thinking about, and I just like doing your research, looking at other videos, and kind of getting an idea, and actually looking at what the room looks like, what the pools look like, so you know what to expect when you get there. It's kind of setting up your transportation ahead of time, because that made it so easy and so convenient when we got there. And it's like, I paid it ahead of time. It was through Happy Shuttle, and when we got there, they were out there. They had our name on the list. They checked us in, and hopped on, and so it made it so much easier to do that.
Yeah, that's you know, make sure you've got your connecting shuttle to your resort, because, you know, yeah, getting to Cancun's one thing, but it could be an hour or more, depending on where your resort is.
And it's pretty hectic when you're getting out. It's so crowded. There's so many people out there waiting.
Yeah, everybody's getting there.
The people trying to stop you when you get out. So it's just, it makes it a whole lot easier to do that.
And you know, I mentioned that in our series on Tulum. You know, when we arrived at the airport, like she said, it was really hectic, and you'll have a lot of people in the airport trying to get you to buy either shuttle rides or excursions or day trips and things like that. So, and that was another thing we were talking about, is your day trips and your excursions. The excursions, a lot of the resorts, if you're going to Mexico, like to the all-inclusives and whatnot, a lot of those resorts have concierge there that can help you book your excursions from the resort, and a lot of times that's the cheaper and better option to do. Now, like if you're going out of state or something, you know, on an international trip, just do your research before you go, and read some reviews on the resort and on the tour and show the tour guides, you know, because you don't want to you want to make sure that you have a good experience if you take a tour. Make sure that they're going to be informative, and you know, just read the reviews from other people who've tried them.
I guess we can talk about what we're gonna do for spring break.
Yeah, our next trip that we have coming up with the kids, because just like everybody, all of you guys, you know, we've been brainstorming the last month trying to figure out what we're going to do with the kids, and luckily someone we knew mentioned a place called Jellystone, and we had never heard of it, but apparently they have them in a lot of states, and there's one not far from us, and so with Jellystone you can rent cabins, and they have some of them have kitchens, some don't. They have grills right outside where you can grill food,
and they have
activities for the kids,
so that's
and they have like a whole what is it, itinerary to where you can plan things with the kids every day. So, and they have a catch and release fishing and hay rides and everything else. So that's going to be our next thing that we have.
And then the stuff we got.
Oh yes, we're always trying to, I was talking to Julian, we're always trying to improve our photography, because our photography and our videography, just like everybody, so we really excited. I just finally got a we've been doing all of our past videos either on GoPro or smartphone, and so we just recently got our first mirrorless camera and our first drone. So I'm going to be doing an unboxing on those soon. I'll show you a little preview pic of those to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. We got the DJI Mavic Air 2 drone, and the Nikon Z50 mirrorless camera with a couple lenses. So really excited to break those out, and like I said, I'll do an unboxing for those and get them charged up, and we'll take the drone out and do some test flights with it, and do some photo shoots with that Nikon. So really super excited about that. So at any rate, that's our travel plans that we have coming up. And we had a lot of questions. My wife had mentioned, like some of the people had commented on our Tulum video,
the
about
restaurant one,
the restaurant video from our Tulum series. A lot of people commented about the tomahawk steak, and my wife was mentioning that they had two different options.
Yeah, and I think did we go into detail in there? No, I don't think so.
No, not
They
in
have two different. They have the American, and then they have the Mexican style tomahawk steak. The American is, I think, about $199. And
$100.
$100, yeah.
I don't know. You said $199.
Oh no, $100 or $99.
Yeah.
And the Mexican steak was, I think, like $55. So it gave you both options. We had the American in the video, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, he brought it out to the table and carved it up for us.
It's a neat experience to do if you can do it, but you still have the restaurant that you can pick the food and everything, included. That's one of the things that you can choose as an added option if you wanted. What was the other one we had a lot of questions about?
Well, I've been getting a lot of questions about the GoPro underwater camera. I've been getting a lot of questions about with the case and without the case, and that's been an ongoing discussion since I did that video. And a lot of people said that they've had had that blurred. Mine didn't blur when I used it, but when we were down in Mexico, I used the case, and it was so humid down there it fogged the case up. So I ended up just taking it off and using my GoPro without the case, and it seemed to work fine. The only thing that I did notice, however, was when I would come up out of the water, it might take a second for the water to roll off of the fisheye lenses. So you could see when I first brought the GoPro Max up out of the water, you could see, you might see a couple of the water drops rolling off of the fisheye camera lens. But we didn't have any blur.
No, it was pretty clear.
It was pretty clear. But we were just snorkeling with it. If you hear a beating on the window, that's our 7-year-old. We're sitting in the car here while they're playing at the park. So, yeah, that's our. So, yeah. So we're trying to do a little travel talk video here while they're enjoying some time at the park. So.
I think that was pretty much it. So hopefully everyone's having a good time with everything going around the world, and praying for everyone. So for us that are able to take trips, hopefully we keep giving you the tips and anything that y'all want us to do or suggest. We would appreciate it and love it. Any suggestions?
And as always, make sure you hit that comment button. We always appreciate when you leave comments down below. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button down below. You see it right there somewhere. That like and subscribe button. Oh, and that notification bell somewhere down there too. So that you get notified when we post a new travel video or a new food video. So at any rate, we'll wrap this up, and hope you have a good spring break, and safe travels. We'll see you on our next video. Thanks for tuning in with Journey with Eric and Julie, guys.